Alright, hello all. Welcome back to Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So today we're continuing on taking a look at Golden, Frieza, and Gogeta. And this time around I did want to go against what I think is currently the hardest fight in the game. The, you know, Gohan+Goten+Trunks fight, the final stage, at least for now, of the next generation Saiyan Supreme Magnificent Battle. Now, last time we were taking a look at a sort of superclass setup, really trying to focus on Gogeta. The Gogeta portion is really crazy. Now, obviously, the Gogeta portion is, a bit better. However, I still think with on the Omega setup, even though Frieza's on the double 170, he actually is better here because of the amount of support that the Omegas gave him. And I do really want to see the stats he's given us when I have him with the dupe, fully max linked. I think he'll look pretty crazy. So with that being said, let's jump in. We'll see how this goes. I think it's gonna go pretty well. Now I do have my oh come on, really? At least he's in the second rotation. I do have all of my attempts. I'm not sure that I'm going to use all 6, but I do have all 6 if need be. Okay. Now, honestly, what I think I might do here is next turn float off my Golden Frieza, use the taunt turn. Because we will have this Omega support up, as well as the other ones, the domain and everything. So it could be a pretty crazy turn to see just what Frieza's going to be capable of here. But let me start off with the domain.
Since the minus energy was released, it's now a matter of time before this planet is dead. I can feel the planet dying underneath me.
Okay. Now, this Gohan is one of the tougher bosses. He is so difficult to take down once you get rid of Trunks and Goten. However, I do think, and I guess we'll see, with Frieza, next turn, if I just get Goten and Trunks really low here, and then use the taunt, and then just have Frieza just really charged up hit Gohan, we should be able to do quite a bit of damage. I mean, how much? I'm not exactly sure. But I don't know, I really like this new LR. Now, I don't think I like them as much as I initially did. Initially they just looked really crazy, and I was thinking number 1. I don't really think so at this point. I'm not even. They might be top 3. I'm not sure. They might be a little lower. I certainly think they're bare minimum top 5. But I do think I like them more, for example, than Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. But that just might be an issue of I don't have my own Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, and I know that does sort of really affect their performance. So I don't know. I'm not really 100% certain about how I feel about this character yet. I think a big part of it is Gogeta is just designed. I really like the Frieza side as well, but Gogeta obviously, support and guaranteed dodge, and he's just doing everything. But you can't really see the most of him right now. We're in a bit of a short content meta, obviously. The earliest you could see him, the absolute earliest, is turn 3. And it's more likely you're going to be seeing them, turn 4 or even 5, right? So when you have that, considered, it's kind of hard to fully judge this character right now. Okay, so we should be able to charge up Frieza really nicely here. I think what we'll do is just have everything aim at Frieza. I mean, obviously the AoEs are still gonna target everyone, but this should be really nice to get him really charged up, and then Goten and Trunks should be able to die very easily from the Omega AoE. At least next turns, maybe. We'll see.
Behold, this is Golden Frieza, the last thing you will ever see.
I realize I forgot to show his defense. So we're nearly 1.5 mil with the active here, huh? No build-up at all. Okay. I mean, he could definitely get to some pretty high numbers. And we don't even have this Omega support up just yet. So what does he jump to now from that? 1.7? Yeah, the Omega support just does so much for him. Now, obviously, he's really juiced this turn because of, you know, the taunt, but I think he's going to look really good here. Now, I don't imagine, especially on the taunt turn, even without being built up, this shouldn't really do damage to us. I guess we'll see. Yep. I am really curious to see, as we progress through, if there's going to be any point where Gohan will kill Frieza. Oh, that AoE hurt quite a bit. I think we should be more or less fine. But I am curious. I'm not exactly sure. Usually I do like to target Goten and Trunks, but just for curiosity's sake here, I do want to see a turn of like built-up Frieza, what he'll do to Gohan. Because, I mean, once Goten and Trunks die, he just gets that massive increase to his defense. And I'd rather, you know, see what Frieza could do before that happens, right? I don't know, though. This might be a bit of a bad play doing this. We'll see. Okay, that's a decent bit of damage. Yeah, as long as, like, next turn, my Omega can kill Goten and Trunks, we should be fine. I mean, Frieza's been hit quite a lot. This should... What are we gonna do here? 100.8. 108 mil. Did we get... Yeah, we crit. Okay, huge. Additional guaranteed, obviously, 69.7. And then I do have a lot of additional on him. We'll see if we get it. We did not. Damn. Gohan's just above half, though. That was definitely a really good turn for us. And then we can just do this. Very easily take out Goten and Trunks. Yeah, that actually worked out rather nicely. However, unfortunately now, you know, obviously, we can't really see Frieza again until turn 5. Rather unfortunately, but I suppose he'll actually come back just in time to show us how good he'll be able to tank slot 1. So, I mean, Gohan will have some build-up, so that'll definitely be nice to see. Okay, there's a super there, but it doesn't matter. Omega got the counter. And Goten and Trunks are dead. Now we just need to worry about Gohan. Well, I mean, they're not dead yet, but after his supers. Yeah, I don't know. I think Frieza, maybe he's not going to be, like, the star, necessarily, of this setup. But I think he's going to make it come together rather nicely. Be like a sort of, like, final puzzle piece to be really good on this team. I mean, obviously, Omega, his support, it's just way too crazy. Like, on my, you know, I did my tier list. I do have the Tag Blue as number 1. Omega, number 2. Then Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's number 3. I certainly, like Omega, he just does way too much. You know, I think he's definitely still better than Frieza and Gogeta. Yeah, dude, we got Gohan so low here. That was definitely a really nice idea to do it the way I did. Okay. Because we could probably kill Gohan next turn. And I don't know. I think that's really nice, personally. Now, we do need to... I suppose I'll do this. Could we get 7%? We should be able to, right? Yes. Okay, now next turn, obviously Frieza's going to be fully built up. He should be able to live slot 1. I'm really curious about what his defense is going to be looking like. Because we're going to have, obviously, both of the Omega supporting him. And he does also get, I mean, it's not a lot. But the Shadow Dragon Legion does give 17%. So, I don't know, like, I really struggled to beat this stage for the first time. But I think we could potentially beat it here. We are not the best in terms of HP. So I'm not entirely sure, but I certainly think... I don't know, I mean, this is going a lot smoother than it has for me in the past. I'm just really liking how this team's coming together. And this is without even, you know, I have Super EZA Rose here. The EZA for Golden Frieza is out already. I haven't gotten to trying it just yet, so I don't, you know, I do want to do a dedicated showcase for him, even if it is a little late. God damn. Okay. Yeah, no, this looks really nice. This is going really well. Maybe it would have been a better idea to keep Rose on the rotation last turn, though. Because that way we could have used his active. And his support targets super bosses before future, so Frieza would get the percentage increase from that. Okay, what are we at here?
Who do you think you are?
I'm Gogeta. Kakarot and Vegeta have fused together to win.
That tag animation looks so good. Okay, now obviously Gogeta doesn't really do anything for us here. Because, oh shit. Of course all those had to be turned into Rainbow, huh? That heal would have been very nice for me. Shit. Okay, well... That's very bad. Okay, well, I guess we'll still see what Frieza's capable of. But obviously we are not exactly in a good situation here. It's 668,000. I mean, for Gohan, you really do need, like, guard damage reduction to have a chance. So I guess we'll see. He does have a lot of those. Gohan really pierces through defense, so it's not the biggest deal that his defense isn't so high. 725. Okay. That's actually interesting. That's really interesting. Because when I beat this initially, it was because of Tech Broly. I used Tech Broly for my initial clear. He had to sit slot 1 and tank. Frieza just took less damage, I'm pretty sure, than Broly did for me. So, and we have enough HP. I mean, we took, what, 714? We have enough HP if we were full, where I would have lived. If the Rainbow Orbs didn't change all the Tech Key Spheres. That's just rather unfortunate through Rainbow Orb change luck. Now, this is not a really good rotation here. Let me... I'll abandon the quest once. I'm not going to spam it. But we'll try abandoning the quest, and we'll see if maybe this can work out in our favor. I'm not quite sure. Okay, hold on. And is the Omega on the other rotation? Yes. Okay, perfect. That actually worked out very nicely. Okay. And now I didn't check before. What is Frieza going to be at before he's fully built up? Let's see here. He's at 241. It's not a lot, obviously. However, I mean, he does get just so much from the Omega support. Okay, there's not a lot of attacks in the first couple of slots. I think this turn what we'll do is we'll target Goten and Trunks. And then maybe next turn we'll taunt to attack Gohan. Maybe. We'll have to see how it plays out. I don't know, there was just so many attacks the turn before that I really wanted to try that. But if we can get another like turn set up for Frieza to just like really go all out like that, I mean I would like to see that. Okay, so Frieza's no build up. What is he gonna take here? I mean this is only turn 1 Gohan, so I imagine not too much. Okay, 111. Could be better, could be worse. Okay, and now 31.7. I will say, I mean it's not, I don't know. I think for Frieza, I think what they could have done potentially is have it like reset every single turn. Give him some sort of like attack buff. And what I mean by that is like if he hasn't been hit like say 3 or more times within the turn, give him, you know, a bunch of phase 2 attacks, like 450% or 600%, something, you know, to sort of make up for it. Because I don't know, his damage can certainly, I mean 31.7 isn't like terrible when he has the guaranteed additional, but he's not critting a lot unless it's really on the taunt turn. And I do think that's kind of a little problematic. I don't know. I think he could have had a bit more damage. I just see a lot of people really dogging on this character, but I personally, I mean, characters have to have weaknesses. I mean, I don't like. Does everyone want him to just be like straight up constantly immortal? Like, I'm fine with the sort of what the hell, everything in slow. Why couldn't we get this on the Frieza turn? I mean, characters have to have weaknesses. So, if the sort of idea for him, well, that's not really, is he's going to take a lot of damage, but it's not going to be a lethal damage, as long as, you know, you have HP. I mean, I'm fine with that, honestly. And on the Omega setup, I mean, I feel like there's a decent amount of ways to restore HP. I mean, just for example, I mean, not that we, you know, used to return before, but there is Zamasu, you know, for Rose. I mean, we could certainly get away with Zamasu. Like, his heal is rather crazy, right? So, when that's an option, or even, you know, once again, if I had rather, instead of floating off Rose, I had floated off the Shadow Dragons Legion. I mean, I still think we would have died, right? But they weren't giving the most support to Frieza there. It was only 17% phase 1. So that 15% active skill defense, I mean, it would have done quite a bit for us then. I mean, once again, we still would have died. I'm pretty confident. But it would have helped us quite a bit. That is also a really nice option. And that was turn 5 Gohan, but, you know, I don't have, I only have the one dupe in Frieza. I think, I'm still summoning on the banner, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I would like the second dupe if I can get it, but that's not necessarily the intention. It's just, I just need so much off the banner. That, I mean, if I get them, that'll be cool, but like, I still, like, a hit dupe would be really nice. I still have 55%, you know, more blue pack can go through copies, right? I still, Wario needs 1 dupe, I still need 3 dupes for the Daima Goku. I don't have Pod Frieza at all. I still don't have the banner unit Vegeta. I don't know, I might save up to 150 again though, because I think the Carnival banner should. When exactly does it come out again? I think it's sometime within the next week or so. I forget exactly when. Isn't that event happening on like the 7th or the 8th? The Community Fest thing, so I presume we'll find out sooner rather than later. 498. And is he fully built up? No, he's not. Okay, and then we still have the Omega support to go here. Now, unfortunately, I have another turn where I sort of have to float Rose. I think I'll hold on to the taunt, though. 581. Because if I hold on to the taunt, what I can actually do is turn 5, I can just use that. And that way, we'll be able to live. I think that could go rather nicely. 68,000. Yeah, I mean, Gohan just really ramps up his damage really quickly. 49. So, I can't even... Like, there's not a lot of characters that can really eat that Gohan Super. I'm personally... I think that was rather impressive tanking from Frieza. The last attempt for... I mean, 700,000. It's a lot of damage, but considering I only have one dupe in him. And, we could have had, like, active skill support from Jose active there. And, I don't know, I think, considering that he can be a lot better, that was pretty decent. And once again, if the idea for this character is he's going to take a lot of damage, but it's not going to be lethal damage, I'm fine with that. Obviously, that special battle with Rose's Nasu fight is really bad for him. Int Rose is just, he's built different. You have to use the active at, like, literally the precise time, but I don't know. I've been having a lot of fun with this character, I will say. I really think Dokkan might have fumbled a little bit on the leader skill. I still don't understand the thought process in making the leader skill fucking like movie hero movie boss. Like, what? I don't know. I think they could have, like, instead of being the one of the 50%, I really feel like transformation boost should have been the third leader skill for this card. I think that would have helped out a decent bit. I really do. And I mean, it fits because both Gogeta and Golden Frieza would be transformation boost. I mean, although I suppose technically, I don't know, because it's weird. Because is that Frieza even a movie boss? Like, because the way Dokkan likes to count movie bosses, they only really count, like, the big bad. So I don't think, like, Paragus is on movie bosses, for example, from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. So I'm not really quite sure. I'd be able to tell off the banner unit that Int Golden Frieza. In fact, I could check in this sort of game here, and I'm gonna do that this round here. I'm actually really curious about that. Okay, that's actually perfect. Here, let me go to movie bosses here. Does he even normally have this? Okay, he actually is on it. Because Dokkan is really weird sometimes about how they like to consider it. Like, take the Cooler movie here, right? I mean, it's literally only Cooler. Like, his squadron is not on it, right? There's no Paragus, and Paragus isn't down here either, right? So it's... They're very weird with how they like to consider it, so I wasn't too sure. I don't know, I feel like their leader skill is still pretty weak, but other than that, I think the card's pretty damn good. Honestly, what we can do here... Frieza should be able to tank. Judging off what we saw the turn before. Probably. I mean, we have Rose even here, so he actually has a little bit more defense. I think it's like 13% more phase 1 support than the turn before. And there is a little bit of a range that the damage like varies between. You never take the exact amount, but I'm curious. Yeah, 725, we lived. That's interesting. I mean, if he can just straight up live, I haven't even like used the taunt. That, I don't know. I find that really intriguing. Now, next turn, or not exactly in a good situation. Although honestly, no, I think we should be fine. I guess we'll see, but because we have Zamasu, we can use Zamasu. Well, if shit, we're not doing as much damage as I thought we might. This might not go so well. I thought we might do a bit more damage this turn. Okay, we might actually be dead. Shit. Still though, I mean, Frieza, he did tank.
To bring about the justice I desired, I needed the perfect sympathizer as my ally.
In this timeline, there is no one who can stop us. We have all the power here. The two of us alone.
Okay, well, here goes nothing. I don't know if this will kill, but I kind of got to go for it. Because if it doesn't, I'm just dead.
Bear witness as I show you the power of my divine light. Age of Gentlemen!
Damn. That's so unfortunate. I should have used the taunt on Frieza, I guess. I did not really consider the turn that it was. How deep we... Because Omega lost his guaranteed super, is what happened there. Because it's for the first 4 turns and the attack support. I was not really thinking about that. That's what got us killed. Because Rose does not live this 100%. I mean, I guess we'll see. But I already know. He's not going to live this. Damn, that's an unfortunate way to go here. What are we going to take, though? I mean, technically we could be a bit tankier if I used Rose's active, but I thought the only way to go was try using Zamasu, because I needed the heal anyway. Yeah, 1.3. I mean, mine's only 55%, to be fair, so... Okay, you know what? Let me jump in one more time. I think we could get the win here. We just need everything to line up for us. Okay, well that's not... I mean, maybe. No, hold on. This could actually be really nice. Because we can have Rose Super before Frieza. And then both of the Omega supports are going to be up. So this could potentially be very crazy. Let me make sure to... I'll target... Yeah, let me target them. And then I will use this active. We should do a lot of damage this turn. Honestly, I might switch my priority to Gohan on the last Omega there. Yep, well... I don't know, because I don't want to be in a situation where I kill Goten and Trunks. I do want them to be around for the boost for next turn. Let me do it this way. I mean, if this gets us killed, so be it. I'm pretty curious to see what Frieza can do here. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's a really nice piece for this team. Honestly, I already really like this team. This is probably already like my favorite team to run in the game right now. So having him as a sort of final big piece to the team, I think I'm more so going to run this than Movie Hero Movie Boss. And then I still have like Golden Frieza, you know, that I haven't tried yet, which he'll probably replace Super Easy and Rose. And I think, I mean, this team looks really solid. I guess we'll have to see just how good EZA Golden Frieza is, but I think he's going to be very insane. So the Omega team, it's just the way it's come together. Like, I feel like this might be the best team in the game, honestly. And just for villains to be in that spot, it feels really good, I will say. I think Dokkan has done, at least post GDC, I've been having, I mean, I've been enjoying 2025 Dokkan in general, but it just, a lot of people are still in a bit of a bad thought process about the year because of just how horrifically the whole like Golden Week time span was handled. I gotta know what the hell happened with Dokkan there. I don't know, it's just crazy. Okay, so here, let me target Goten and Trunks with these guys. And then for Frieza, I'll target Gohan. Not as much build-up as I'd like here, but we'll still get a decent bit. We'll still be able to do a lot of damage, but certainly we could have a bit more build-up here. We'll see how this goes, though. Now, obviously, Frieza's gonna be perfectly fine. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it would have been nice, maybe, if even if it was something as simple as like he keeps the crit build up. I certainly feel like he could have like had like one more thing. That's what I was saying, like the attack earlier, or maybe even something like if he had like the AGL Jiren effect, where he like permanently sacks attack based off super that hit him. Like that'd work really well with the fact that he wants to be a slot 1 character or also like a taunt. I don't know, like I feel like if they gave him that could have been nice. Something. I don't know. I still really like him though. It's just our top like 5 is like so strong. And that is sort of why I like to do like a top 15. You know, and I do like to say even in that, you know, if you're not in the top 15, that doesn't mean you're bad. It's just there's so many good characters in the game right now. That is more so the issue. So it's even if he was, you know, say like 6th on my tier list, doesn't mean he's bad. It's just 118. It's just there's so much good characters right now. He's gonna do it well. I mean, if we don't crit, come on, Frieza. 77.1. Can we crit here, buddy, please? Okay, that's huge. And we do not get the additional again, really. That's rather unfortunate. I mean, it's not like I have a shit ton on him, but I don't have nothing either. Let me look at this. Because I'm actually... I have 11 on him. That's a 22% chance per attack, and I mean, it's not like, oh my god, that's so much, but I don't know, I feel like I've gotten luckier off less, like, consistently. It's just a little unfortunate there. Let me do that, and then I'll drop that down, and we should be able to do a lot here. Because Gohan won't have his buff. At least I don't think he gets his buff. On the, you know, the turn that they die. And Omega's obviously going to kill. So we should be able to get a lot of damage between all of the, you know, the Sins, as well as Omega. Yeah, because this is also, I really do think this is the most difficult fight in the game right now. And this team is, at least in my opinion, probably the best for it. I still need to beat some of the missions. I've just been behind on so much of the stuff. Because it's just really bad timing for me. On the celebration start, I had to go away for a few days out of town, and then I don't know if you can even tell from my voice, but I'm a little sick right now, so it's just been very unfortunate timing, but I'm trying to catch up with everything. Okay, so he's half health. I mean, if Sin gives us a really crazy turn, 4 supers, we could be in business here. And then we do have Rose next turn, so we can actually use his active skill, and that way Frieza is going to have the extra buff. So he should be that much more tankier, and we'll see just what difference it makes on turn 5, right? Okay, now to use both of our the domain and the active here. Honestly, I mean, we might be able to kill Gohan next turn. Let's start with Frieza. We'll see.
To achieve our virtuous plan, the Zero Mortals plan.
We are sentencing the most unsightly beings to the heaviest punishment.
Okay, that did a decent bit. And now we, have Omega still. Should do quite a bit of damage. From Rose Supering first. I mean, sure, we don't have GT or Shadow Dragons, but we're going to have Gohan nearly dead from this turn. I really do think so. And obviously Rose should be fine. It's that one there. At least I think. Maybe it'll take a little bit. Yeah, 344. I mean, because Rose does, or rather Gohan starts his build up on turn 4. So, I mean, that makes sense. No, we're going to have him very low, though. Because, I mean, Super EZA Rose, has he really been built up? I'm not sure. And that is part of the issue with him. He needs to be hit a lot. But at the same time, he's not... Like, he can be really good defensively, but he does need to be hit by, like, normals before he gets hit by a super. And it's sort of hard to maneuver around him. He's still doing quite a bit here, though. And he has the guaranteed super. If we get the additional super as well, I mean... I really think Frieza might just finish it next turn. I guess we'll see how many hits that Gohan does next turn, though, in slot 1. Now, am I going to be able to heal? Fuck. That's horrible. Literally all of the orbs. Okay, hold on. I mean, we'll be able to get a little bit. He's at 768,000. I can't even get that. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see what happens here. Yeah, because, I mean, we have the Rose active, so... What is Frieza going to take in this scenario? It's going to be, like, very close. What? Really? It barely made a dent in how much damage we took. Damn, okay. Well, I mean, it cut it by a little bit, but I really thought it was going to cut by a decent bit more. I suppose that is somewhat of an issue on the Omega team. There is such a thing as too much Rainbow Orb changing. And it has screwed us a couple of times here, but I mean, if we actually have a decent bit of HP going into the turn, it's not that big of an issue. It's just we got rather unlucky. Okay, well, still, I'm fine with ending things there, though. I mean, I still have a couple more attempts, but I think we saw a decent bit from Frieza here. He can... It's still actually, like, the best tanking I've seen against Gohan post turn 5. At least in my personal experience. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but Gohan just does way too much damage. And Frieza being able to tank him the best of anyone, I think is actually really damn solid. I mean, it's not like he's tanking by a lot more difference, but he's tanking, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, I'm gonna end this here, and we'll get to the EZA Golden Frieza showcases. I'm really excited to try him out. So, and then I need to use this guy a bit more. I'll probably use EZA Golden Frieza on the same sort of team, just like get Super EZA Rose out. That way I can get a bit more of a feel for this character as well. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.